Today's starting pitcher, Brandon Walter. Chris, what are you looking for from him?
Well, he's allowing just over one base runner per inning, which is really good, especially for a starter, because these hitters get to see you 2, 3, maybe even 4 times in a start. So just shows you how deceptive and how effective his stuff is. We'll see if it's that way in this one.
The other way. Fair ball. Around first and hustling for second. And he's got a leadoff double.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. So here's Kyle Tucker now. That one catches the zone, and it's 0-1. Tucker, who's been an all-star and a gold glover. Packed house here at Daikin Park. Man at second. That one's upstairs, ball 1.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And that drops in for a strike. Hat at second with nobody out. That's foul off to the right side, keeps the AB going. And he deals. Out towards right center. That's well struck. That's back. And it's off the wall. Happ on his way home. He will score, and they take the lead.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at bat. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it, and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time.
And up next for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That's a laser base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. Right through there for a strike.
This might be the most pressure you put on this guy today. You got one run in, you got to try to get another one or maybe 2.
No outs. Runners at first and third. Up the middle. Dives, and he can't hang on. Tucker scores. And it's an RBI single, and they lead by 2. Pete Crow Armstrong now at the plate. Line drive, base hit right field. Coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. Slides his hand in there. Save. And they're up by 3.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
First and second, no outs. Kelly digs in now. That one finds the zone. 0-1. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
This is unbelievable. That's now 6 consecutive hits by this lineup. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Here's Nico Horner. That one is upstairs.
Counts 1-0.
Bases juiced, no outs. And there's the ball.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in or on. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
And fouled off.
You need a strikeout, and you need a ball perhaps on the ground for a double play, or get yourself a pop-up, something, but you've got to make some pitches. But if he can battle and get through this, he can earn some points.
Fought off foul. Bases juiced, no outs. Center field. Myers has this one sized up. Drops into the glove. Runners tagging from second and third. He'll score on the sac fly. It's 4-zip.
Oh, that's a quality at bat right there. You know the situation. You need something in the air and deep enough, and that's exactly what he did. Good pass to the baseball.
So now Turner in on that right side. One home run shy of 200 for his career. Fastball for a strike.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
The 1-1. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Snags it for the second out. Time now for the Chicago Cubs lineup. And Chris, here we have a deep and talented lineup against a pitcher who's not exactly among the league's best.
Well, this is when you can make your money as a hitter, and I'm expecting them to put up plenty of offense in this one. When you got to line up this stack, it's a tough job to keep them in check for any pitcher. We'll see what kind of fireworks they can provide here.
Matt Shaw in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
That one to first, but that rolls foul.
Well, they've been able to score 4 runs off of him in this inning, and this is where you want to just max out, get as much as you can, give him one of those tough innings where it's going to be hard for him to recover in the next one.
Swing and a miss, and he got him. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. 9 men come to the plate, 4 score. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Cubs 4, the Astros coming to bat. Back here at Daikin Park, and towing the slab, Chris Flexen. Base runners are tough to come by with him out there, Chris.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
And stepping in for the Astros, Jeremy Pena. That clips the zone. It's 0-1.
0-1.
Ground ball left side and foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And he grounds one to the right side. Tosses to first. One gone, bottom half of the first. Now we check out the Astros lineup. Saying they got their work cut out for them. Down a busload already in this one.
And a manager does not want to see his hitters going to the plate swinging like it's a home run derby. He wants hitters to put together quality at bats, play the game that you've been playing and that you've been taught to play with this organization, and go out there and move the line. If you do that, you're going to score some runs. Maybe you don't win this ball game, but at least you have some momentum to carry into the next one.
On the outside corner, 0-2. And a swing and a miss. 2 away.
Well, that pitch wasn't even close to being a strike, and that just goes to show you how defensive hitters can become when they're up against an 0-2 count. You're just hoping for a mistake somewhere near the zone that you can get the bat to, but right there, he was clearly anxious. He was swinging when the ball left the hand.
Jose Altuve stands in now and watches strike 1. Two outs, base is empty. Gets a piece and stays alive. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Astros are down quietly. They're down 4-0. Top of the second, digging in is the switch hitting outfielder, Ian Happ.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real
fastball, and he gets out of the way.
1 ball,
Straighten him up a little bit.
And a big swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Now he breaks his bat. Walker tosses to the pitcher covering the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, designated hitter Kyle Tucker.
Here's Kyle Tucker. He doubled home a run in his first AB. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
1-0.
1 out, base is empty. That's in there. And the count 1-1. Carl Dixon doing the umpiring behind the plate.
And Boog, I'm not sure if it's because he sort of sets up higher than most, but one thing to be aware of with Dixon is the high strike. Not usually a big deal because most players are swinging at pitches up there, but we may see some surprise looks from hitters from time to time because that's just so unusual. Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
To the right side. And Tucker is retired.
Now batting, right fielder Seiya Suzuki.
2 down, base is empty. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. Singled and scored his first time. That's down and in. A slider missed.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
There's a strike. So now 1-2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to
strikes.
go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That one almost got him. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Two outs. Just misses with that one.
Well, as a pitcher, when you make a big pitch down around the knees and don't get the call, it'll eat at you out there. So some handle it a little bit better than others. And right here, clearly letting the ump hear it a little bit.
Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. On the warning track and hauls it in. So they make short work of them there. We go to the bottom of inning number 2. It's the Cubs 4 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, bottom of the second. Here's the rookie right fielder, Cam Smith.
11.
Flexen back to work. And that's too high. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1.
Well, it looks like he's wanting to work the upper part of the strike zone. What does that mean? Top hand better be working for the hitters. Adjust that side a little bit. Give yourself a chance to hit.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Batting 5th, center fielder, Jake
Myers up next for the Astros. He's going to finish with a new career high in stolen bases, Chris. And a foul ball. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Runner at first with no outs here. Missed with a changeup, and the count 1-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That misses the zone. The count now 2-2. High fly ball right field. Suzuki. One down.
Batting 6th, designated hitter, Victor Caratini.
Vic Caratini at the plate. Now fly ball to right center. 2 down.
Batting 7th, first baseman, Christian Walker.
And now it's Christian Walker. In for a strike. 0-1. Ripped on a line, pulls up on it, and that's a base hit. Happ fires it in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone.
All over that one right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz. And that's a little bit high. And that is ball 1. Two aboard, 2 outs. That one's in there. 1-2. And misses inside.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
This one in the dirt. First and second, 2 down. Bottom half of inning number 2. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Crow Armstrong should have it. Makes the catch. And that is that. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We played 2 full. It's the Cubs 4 and the Astros nothing. Back here in Houston, on to the 3rd inning. And here comes Dansby Swanson. Swanson goes 6'1", 190 pounds, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
And that drops in for a strike. And 1-2.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
Ball 2.
Next pitch is outside. This one in the air. Squeezes it, and there's 1 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Pete Crow
Digging
Armstrong.
in, Pete Crow Armstrong. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one close, ruled a ball. Ball 1.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
The 1-1 is fouled off. That one just misses. On the ground, right side. Walker steps on the bag. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Carson Kelly.
2 outs, base is empty. And now the batter is Carson Kelly. Reached on an infield single his first time. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1. And that is out of play. Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. And that's outside. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. They lead it 4-0. And we're back
Leading
as
off
we
for the
go
Astros,
to the last of the
left
third.
fielder,
Here's Taylor Trammell trying to pick up his first knock in the big leagues. Swing and a miss. That's strike one.
First pitch
0-1.
strike right there for him. He's going to have to do that consistently if he's going to give any length to his skipper.
That one lined into left field, and that's base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Yeah, nice job of getting that front foot down, and once it does, the hands just launch. Big hold on the left side of the infield, and I think that's exactly what he was gunning for.
Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. Grounded out his first time. That one outside. And that's ball one. Nobody out. Runner at first.
That's in. Ball two.
Next offering is fouled back. Just off the inside corner, and it's 3-2. And ball four, two aboard.
Oh, now he's got two runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
First and second, no outs. Here's the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Just missed.
Here's an opportunity. If you're going to get back in this game, you have to take advantage of this situation. This feels like their chance.
Tap foul at the plate. Next pitch misses inside. 2-1.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
Big stack center field. Coming home. He will score. It's an RBI single. It's 4-1. Into third, and they are rolling. Runners at the corner, still nobody out. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. Not looking his first time up.
A runner at third with less than 2 outs. This is the guy that usually comes through in these spots.
Fouled off. He was late. That one finds the corner, and that's strike two.
Well, in this situation with a runner on first, less than 2 outs, some say, hey, get the ground ball double play with 2 strikes. Some people say get the strikeout. I think you just execute your pitch, make the best pitch you possibly can, and let the result be whatever it's going to be.
Kelly right there to make the grab, and there's one down.
Now batting, number 11.
Cam Smith, the next to hit. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Well, in this situation with runners on, you've got to get ahead in the count so that you can dictate the rest.
Hit on the ground might be 2. 1 at second.
He's out.
Return throw to first. Got him. Double play. And that'll do it. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now 4-1. Major League Baseball is on the show. And welcome back to the
Leading off for
ballpark.
the Cubs,
Nico
second
Horner
baseman,
will come up to
Nico
hit.
Horner.
And that one
1-0.
upstairs, ball 1.
Well, he hasn't quite settled in out there. 4 runs in 3 innings. He's going to have some quick 1, 2, 3 innings to pitch deep into this ball game.
Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, I'm impressed with this guy's
Now
internal
batting,
clock.
first
He knew he
baseman,
had plenty of
Justin
time to
Turner.
take that extra step, secure his grip on the baseball, and make a strong, accurate throw.
Turner climbs in on that right side.
His next home run will be the 200th in his career. It would be pretty cool to see it right here.
Turner, a guy with great bat-to-ball skill. Turner with just one more homer to reach the 200 career mark. Up the middle, into the outfield, base hit. And they have their first base runner since the first inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Matt Shaw.
Well, back in trouble, Boog, and it's just been like this for him most of the game. They've been all over him since his first pitch, and I think he's got a very short leash right now. Really needs to lock it down here.
Matt Shaw, the next Cub to hit. First pitch misses.
You know, we usually talk about
Ball
bigger
one, no
numbers
strike.
when it comes to homers, but only about 400 major leaguers have ever hit 200 round trippers in their careers. He's putting himself in great company.
The 1-0. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Myers on the move. And there are 2 outs. Back to the leadoff
Now
spot in the
batting,
Cubs
left
lineup.
fielder,
Now it's the
Ian
switch
Happ.
hitting outfielder, Ian Happ, the Happ Daddy. Happ
No,
lays off.
inside.
The Astros have some action in their pen. Hunter Brown up and throwing. Valdez, a left-hander, also throwing. Turner, the runner at first with 2 gone. This to third. Paredes zips it across. That's out number 3. Cubs leave 1, but they lead it 4-1. Back here at Dyken Park, leading off, Jake Myers.
Center fielder, Jake Myers.
Bunting for a hit, picks it up with a bare hand. Nicely done for the out.
Now
Well, I think the defense was anticipating something here because they were really ready to defend as that ball was put down. Nice little drag bunt, but they get the out, and way to go.
So next up for Houston, Victor Caratini. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Late swing, foul to the left. One down, base is empty. Foul ball there. On the ground, right side, and that one handled. Throw to first in time. Pretty good job on the mound in this one, Siggy. It feels like we've seen a lot of off-balance swings.
Yeah, just one free pass, and obviously he's not a big strikeout guy, but he gets soft contact and he gets outs.
Walker
That's
stands
outside.
in with 2 away as he takes a ball.
The guy at the plate could recognize slider out of the hand. Didn't stay in the tunnel very long in terms of depth and perception. He knew right away it was an off-speed pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Crow Armstrong brings it in for the 3rd out. Back here in
Leading off for the
Houston,
Cubs,
we go to the
the
top of the
designated
5th.
hitter,
Here's a big
Kyle
power
Tucker.
threat. Kyle Tucker. Walter back to work. Just
that's out.
missed.
You know, these Cubs really producing with runners on. It's been a right place, right time kind of game for them. They're hitting over 600 in this game with runners in scoring position, and clearly that's leading to a lot of runs. Their clutch hitting has been excellent.
The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
No, that slider was way out of the zone, and for me it just comes down to not seeing the pitch out of the hand, not tracking it into the zone, and then also being a little bit anxious, not confident in your 2-strike approach. And so when a guy's in that position, you get him to commit early, and a lot of times you get the swing and miss as you did right there.
Hunter Brown will take over here. He's into the
Number
game with the bases
58.
empty.
Hunter Brown.
Now it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. He is singled and he is flied to left. And a base hit up the middle. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. He wasn't
Now
able to
batting,
elevate it, but he
shortstop,
put a
Dansby
great swing
Swanson.
on it. Right on time, good balanced approach, and just blasted it through the infield.
Dansby Swanson stands in, moved to first, and he
No, he's
dives
safe.
back in safely. That one's in there. That's strike 1. Man at first, 1 away. There's a swing and a drive. One hops off the wall. Should be extra bases. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score.
Comes through with the RBI. A lot of hitters
Now
tell
batting,
themselves,
center
line
fielder,
drive over the
Crow
infielder's head. That's what I'm
Armstrong.
trying to do. Just keep that approach simple. And right there, it was perfectly executed. On time with everything, and pulled it into the gap nicely.
Pete Crow Armstrong will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. On the ground, finds its way through, base hit. Coming home, the throw in, he'll score easily, and the lead is up to 5.
Now batting, catcher Carson Kelly.
Now the Cubs catcher, Carson Kelly, 1 for 2. Right through there for a strike. Crow Armstrong leads off first with 1 away. That's a strike, and it's 0-2. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
His understanding of the strike zone, very impressive. That was a very close 0-2 fastball. I just don't know how you take that.
And that's
Oh,
off
that's inside.
the inside edge. And the count is 2-2. Swings and misses. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Bogey just ran out of patience there. He took a couple of pitches to even that count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes, but that time chased outside the zone.
Corner up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss.
Just missed with that good fastball inside, but it plants a seed in the hitter's mind. He's got to be ready for that pitch, which will open up the outside part of the plate.
And another ball. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And it falls. And out to a board.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Justin
Here's
Turner.
Turner now. And a foul ball. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. And ball 1. That's a little bit low.
It's a big opportunity right here, but I love the way he's slowing the game down. He's shrinking his zone, making sure he gets the pitch that he wants to hit.
Next offering is in for a strike. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Runners on 1st and 3rd, 2 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. Inside, full count now. Matt Shaw on deck for the Cubs. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. To the right side, Altuve. The throw to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Cubs 6 and the Astros 1. Back here in Houston, and here's the catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Catcher, Yainer Diaz.
And it's fouled away.
Well, these Astros need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
And next to hit for Houston, Taylor Trammell. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Hard hit left side. Throws to first in time.
Now batting, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
So the lineup flips over. Jeremy Pena up next for the Astros. He's 0 for 1. That one almost got him. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count even at 1.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
And a swing and a miss there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Inside,
Nope,
just missed. That one just misses. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Hard on the ground to first. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 1, 2, 3 go the Astros. The lead remains 5. It's 6-1. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6. So up now for Chicago, Matt Shaw. And that's through there for a strike. It's 0-1. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Nick Hernandez preparing to come on if needed. Valdez also throwing. Ground ball to the right side, and that's just foul. The 0-2. Cut on and lifted in the air. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Ian Happ.
Back to the top of the lineup, Ian Happ. Now at the plate, 1 for 3. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Kyle Tucker, a.k.a. King Tuck, to the plate now. There's a strike. Tucker in his 6th season, 28 years old. And he's usually in the outfield. Today, he's the DH. Swing and a miss. 0-2 now.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
And that's outside. And the count 1-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Happ stands at first with 1 out. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. Seiya Suzuki, the next Cub
right
to hit.
Fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
And that is in for a strike. 0-1.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
And that one clips the corner.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Battling here as he fouls it away.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
The 0-2. That one missed. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That K is his 3rd of the game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Cubs 6 and the Astros 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Shota Imanaga. He pitched yesterday, and we'll see him once again.
Shota Imanaga.
And now Isaac Paredes.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Gets under it and pops it up. Swanson. And makes the grab. One up, one down.
Now batting, second baseman,
Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Altuve.
0 for 2 in this one. Misses off the
outside.
plate. Ball 1. Action in the pen down there. Ryan Brazier up and loosening in the pen. Horton getting cranked up as well. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The Cubbies leading by 5 here in the bottom of the 6th. The 1-1 is fouled off. Ripped to third and caught.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
2 down, bases empty. Cam Smith up next for the Astros. Fastball gets the corner at the knees. And he chases a high fastball there.
This guy's not wasting any
No
pitches.
balls, 2
Hitters
strikes.
got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. And the Astros put down in order. Nothing doing there for Houston. They trail it 6-1.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound.
Number
Nick
72.
Hernandez.
And with the big deficit on the scoreboard, he almost has to just put that out of his mind. Every outing matters for relievers and their numbers, but I think it's tough to get up for this type of appearance the same way you would for one in a close game.
Swanson digs in. You talk about elite defensive players, especially in the middle of the diamond, and this guy is at the top of the list. And that drops in for a strike.
Yeah, we go beyond just the fielding percentage and what it looks like, but the ability to have a range and close holes that are normally there against an average defender. But this guy is special, and you can see it in his first step quickness.
The flip to the pitcher covering, and the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th.
The center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Pete Crow Armstrong getting ready to hit. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about. Boog, and the one thing about that is speed never goes in a slump, and defense shouldn't either. Hitting-wise, you can struggle, you can lose your mechanics, but the thing that you can do consistently every single game is play great defense if you're talented in that way, and this is what this guy does.
There's a swing and a miss.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
And that skips in the dirt. Hit hard on the ground is short. Slings it across, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Now batting, catcher Carson Kelly.
And next for the Cubs, Carson Kelly. Fastball for a strike. That one's upstairs, ball 1. Next offering misses, and that's ball 2. And delivers outside.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
Draws the walk there.
Take your base.
Looked like a questionable call in that spot. He even seemed a little surprised it went his way at the plate, but as a hitter, you'll take that all day.
So here's Horner now. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
In the on-deck circle, you really want to use that opportunity to see some pitches and time up the fastball. Last thing you want to do is miss a good hittable fastball early in the count.
Popped up Altuve. And he makes the catch. And that is that. One left for the Cubs. They lead it, though, 6-1. And we're back. Bottom of the 7th. And stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Jake Myers.
And the first offering a fastball for a strike. Swing and a pop-up. Horner. And it's caught for the out.
That hanging breaking ball looks so juicy to the hitter, and nothing more frustrating when you miss that pitch and you pop out. He's going to have to think about that till his next at bat.
Next is the DH, a switch hitter, Victor Caratini. And first offering is fouled off. That clips the corner. That's down and in.
2 strikes.
Base is empty, 1 away. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, splitter in the dirt. And there's 2 gone following the strikeout.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
2 outs, base is empty. So next up for Houston, Christian Walker. That's in for a strike on the outside corner. It's 0-1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Good eye right there.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
Next pitch is outside. And that one missing low. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Now pitching.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Mlb Valdez.
Should be a good first matchup for him here. He's been doing a great job against right-handed bats so far this season. They've had a lot of trouble squaring him up.
And the batter